Hello. So, welcome to the midweek Mind My Mind session. The eagle-eyed among you might be thinking, my goodness, or the eagle-eyed regular people who see my stuff might be thinking, blimey, the girl's got makeup on. What's wrong? Is this Judith? I'm speaking for a summit later, so hence a little bit of face. But that's not what we're here for. We are here for the midweek Mind My Mind session, which this week is all about embracing the whole of you. Because I wanted to start 2022 with something big, with something important. And my business is called Your Whole Voice for a reason. It's about embodying the whole of your voice. And your voice, if you have seen any of my stuff before, you will know this. If you are new, welcome. Your voice is a reflection of the whole of who you are. Every experience or emotion you've ever had, witnessed, or imagined in your life. One of my taglines is whole voice, whole life, whole you. Because at its core, your voice is a reflection of how you feel about yourself in relation to the people and or the situation that you're in. And if you're not bringing the whole of you into the room, some of you is left behind. So why would people do this? What is this about? And I thought starting 2022, it's a great way to begin because I want to encourage, invite, implore you to start embracing the whole of you in your life. Let 2022 be the year of the whole you. I do love a little rhyme. Because it's so important. When you bring the whole of who you are into your life, whether that is your work life, your personal life, your any other life that you might have, when you are always bringing the whole of who you are into the room, then things shift and change because you're not feeling incomplete. You know, I work with a lot of people who have a lot of integrity, and one of the key things they want is to feel more authentic when they're speaking. And they're like, oh, but how can I be authentic if I believe this and I'm in a room with this and I'm speaking about that? So embracing the whole of who you are is really key to more success, to more confidence, and more confidence tends to bring more success. It's really annoying, but more confident people or people who appear more confident appear to get more opportunities. They appear to be more successful, whatever that may mean to whoever is out there. But if you're leaving a part of you behind, if you're worried about what other people might think of a part of you, so you're like, oh, and you're spending energy trying to cover that up. Say, for example, you work in investment banking, and at the weekends, you go to Buddhist retreats, but you don't want your investment banker friends to know that you're a Buddhist. Right? And I'm using this example because I worked when I was a massage therapist, when I was having the massage therapy to support the acting career before I discovered what I do now. I had a massage client who worked in the banking world, and he was a consultant, and I was talking about the voice vibration sound part of what I do one day, and he went, oh, well, so what is this? And I was thinking, oh, got to explain this to a banker, or trying to hide part of what I do. Right? So I said, well, basically everything is vibration, and I work on the different areas of the body which hold different energies and emotions. And he said, oh, you mean the chakras? So this was a brilliant lesson for me about, oh, okay. I was judging him because he's a consultant in international banking. But actually, he then took me down after the massage. He showed me his altar that he has downstairs with his crystals and his Buddha. And I was like, that was a massive moment for me. And it's before I started doing the vocal confidence work of really when I came into this work, it's like, I have to try and embrace the whole of me. And there are times when I didn't. And that made life more difficult. When I was hiding the voice vibration sound healing element of what I do, my business wasn't as successful because I was thinking, but what about those people in corporates? What about my bankers? What about my lawyers? What about going into the asset management companies? I've done talks and I've worked with people in asset management companies, in insurance companies, in law firms. And I was trying at the very beginning of this work to hide those parts of me. It's not until I started speaking about vocal confidence and voice vibration and sound and chakra energy healing, all, that I actually really was then bringing the whole of me into the room. And this is the key. So if you're hiding a part of you, a lot of energy goes into that hiding. Right? I don't want them to know about this. I don't want them to see that part of me. Or if you feel like you're not allowed, if you've been ridiculed for any part of you at any point in your life, if you think other people will think that you're weird or you don't belong, so you're covering it up. That energy that you're using to cover up those aspects is energy that could be being put in to just being you and having more confidence and speaking up and saying what you need to say when you need to say it, or supporting others, or making a stand, or whatever it is. So when you embrace the whole of who you are, that is when you have more confidence in who you are, when you can let go of worrying about what other people think about you. And we can't control what we think other people might think about us. Right? Some people are going to love you, some people are going to hate you. It's just the way it is. So what can you do to start embracing the whole of who you are so that you can live life with more confidence, so that you can have more integrity, so that you can be authentic? Because trust me, it is not worth the energy. Right? We are all multiple things. Right? So I am a voice vibration, sound and chakra energy healing, barefoot on the earth loving, over 160 crystal hoarding, Formula One loving, heavy metal rock chick in AC/DC videos, and I eat meat and I like it rare. Right? I am all of these things. I am impatient as hell and still empathetic. Right? We are all many things. And thank you so much for the love that I'm getting here. Thank you, Kezabel and Nomi. And for anyone who's watching this in replay, I ask you, to start embracing the whole of you. So what can you do if you're wanting to step into 2022, embracing the whole of who you are? I've got a few tips that I wanted to share here. The first is get to know your whole self. Right? Your whole self. Remember, my company is Your Whole Voice. It's about your voice. It's your whole voice. And the whole of who you truly are, not the labels that you wear. So many of us go through life wearing labels that other people have put upon us. We are the quiet one, the confident one, the loud, annoying one, the difficult one, the black sheep of the family, the whatever it is. Right? You go through life with so many labels. So the first tip is get to know your whole self, who you truly are, not the labels that you wear or the roles that you do. Right? Sometimes the roles that we do come in as well, because you can be both a sister and a partner and a lawyer and a Buddhist and a whatever. So those are a part of the whole of you, but not the labels of behavior or expectation. So that's the first tip. And that in itself can take some time. So number 2 is embrace each part of you. And that's not easy either, right? Because we need to embrace the parts of us that are challenging, the parts that we find challenging, the parts that we don't like. I don't like that I can be really judgmental, right? Sometimes I can be judgy Judith, but I embrace that. And the more I embrace that, actually, every single human being is judgmental. We make judgments as a safety mechanism. It's a subconscious safety mechanism. The more you embrace, especially the challenging parts of you, the more you can recognize it. And then the more you can do part 3, which is change your structures to focus on your qualities. So you can go, yeah, actually, I am a bit judgy, but the quicker I recognize it, I go, oh, is that a useful judgment or is that me being nasty judgy? And then I can change my structure to fit the situation I'm in. So embrace each part of you and then change your structures. So if a part of you is, for example, a lot of my clients are more introverted, a lot of my clients are more quietly spoken. If that is a challenge for you, some of my clients, some more self-aware of extroverts and overly loud, outspoken people, come to me as well. And they know that that's a challenge. So if you know that your extreme voice or your extreme quiet is a challenge both for yourself and other people, great. Know it, embrace it, and then change the structure around it. It's not changing who you are. It's starting to get to know the whole of you, so that then, and this is where the magic key happens, you can bring the whole of you into every situation and choose which facet you have at the front. It doesn't mean the other things don't exist. You're not denying, like when I'm in the asset management companies or in the law firms, or when I was working in the oil and gas, when I was temping to support my acting and massage businesses, right? My judgmental, upfront, quite bold, and very practical side of me was at the front. And if we look at, so obviously a weird hippie crystal person that I am, I have lots of crystals, right? So in those situations, my pointy end might have been at the front, right? So we've got a real point at the end of this crystal here. There you go. You can see that better like that. So sometimes my pointy end would be at the front. It doesn't mean that the rest of it isn't behind. The rest of it is still there. So just because you're showing that specific facet at the front doesn't mean that all of these, and so sometimes you might show this much of you, right? So you're showing all of these bits of you. Sometimes you might just show that very tip. It doesn't mean that the rest of it isn't there. And the more you embrace you, the more you bring the whole of you into the space, the more opportunities show up for you in life. The prime example of this was when I was delivering a workshop. Was it half day or a one day workshop? Can't remember now. In an asset management company in the stock exchange, a company that's home was in the stock exchange. And I said to them, we all make judgments, because the fear of public speaking isn't actually the fear of public speaking. It's the fear of being judged. It's the fear of the unknown, and it's the fear of being seen. And I said to them, judgment is the number one fear. And I was there in my bodycon, nice dress, my designer dress. I said, if I turned up today in one of my flowy hippie dresses with my crystals around my neck and loads of bangles, what would you have thought? And they all said, well, we probably would have wondered what the hell you're doing here and how did you get through security? I'm like, exactly. But that is still a part of who I am. So then I let them know that part of me. I said, but you're not getting that side of me today. You're getting mostly this side of me, but she is still there. So I might talk about energy and I might talk about vibration, but it will be the practical sides of energy and vibration. So what can you do? This is my question, and we're nearly towards the end today. And thank you so much for your support. So my question for you is, what parts of you could you bring into situations that you tend to leave alone? And if you're feeling brave, share that in the comments below. Right? So what part of you do you tend to hide in certain situations? What parts of you are you a little bit afraid that, oh God, if people know that I love WWE wrestling, they're going to think this about me. I don't know why that came into my head, probably because my cousin is like the queen of WWE. So like, what is it that you hide? Or if you're not feeling brave enough to share that, I invite you to share, what have you found out or what have you respected about people when you've learned something about them that surprised you? When you've seen another facet to someone in a situation that you didn't expect. So it might be that you are in the holistic spiritual world, and when you've seen that someone says, no, actually, I eat meat, or yes, but I'm also an investment banker. So what sides of other people, if you're not feeling brave enough to share the sides that you hide, which I understand, what have you respected in other people when they have shared and you've seen another facet? So that's what I would love you to share. And I want you to go away with stepping into 2022, feeling like you can fully embrace the whole of who you are. And if you'd like any support with that, obviously, please connect with me. PM me, book a chat, take a look on my website. I've got a whole load. If you like the sound of what I'm talking about, and especially in relation to your voice, and you want to get a little bit more, but you don't want to reach out yet, I've got a whole load of free videos on my Thinkific website, and that should be in the blurb that's posted above. So Go explore, find, and if you know, actually, Judith, I like your shit. I like the fact that you are upfront and that you'll swear and that you are all these facets, and I want a bit of that, then get in touch. I don't do heavy sales. It's not my style. But if you don't want that, that's great. Just take some of these tips and take them forward, because I have a mission, which is to positively impact the lives of more than 100 million people by creating more confident, connected communicators. And the more connected you are to the whole of who you are, the more confident you will be. And that will change your life. It will change how other people perform around you, behave around you. It will change the confidence that you have to go out and ask for what you want and what you need. And that is going to be my midweek Mind My Mind next week. So thank you so much for being here. Those of you who've been here live, thank you so much for those of you who've been watching this on replay and got this far. And don't forget to share below either the things that you tended to hide in the past, that when you put it out there, you notice the change, or the things that you admire in other people when you found out about them. Because the more you share, the more other people will also take from what you have given in this video as well. Thank you so much. Take care, and I will see you soon. Oh, just a quick comment there from Kezabel, who's shared that people are often prejudiced because she comes across so confidently when she performs, and they don't see her vulnerable and shy side. And Kezabel, I'm with you. The thing I used to hide more than anything was my vulnerability. And that often, my confidence now is a true confidence. Back then, it was more of the brash kind of, yeah, no, fine, I'm strong, I'm confident, because I didn't want anyone to see the vulnerable side of me. So I love that you share that your vulnerability is the thing that you hide. Mwah. Thank you so much. Take care, and I'll be here next week. If you want to reach out, you know where I am. Your Whole Voice. Bye.